We'd like to welcome each and every individual to I Struggle, part of the Life GPS as a team member. So today we're going to talk about self-discipline. So most people, well, I'll just include you all. So participate actively. Participate actively. What is self-discipline?
It's being able to discipline yourself so others don't have to.
See, now, Nora, she knows almost nobody knows that. Most people think self-discipline is doing something we don't like doing or something. That's discipline. It's not necessarily self-discipline, it's discipline, doing what we should do. Self-discipline is creating pain. Like if we don't do something we should, we impose pain on ourselves. So hopefully your parents did this to you when you were growing up. If they didn't do this, that might be a problem. That might be part of the problem. And so, a lot of times people give themselves far too much room, especially certain personality types. The amiable, in my experience, the lowest frequency, not bad person, just they will tend to give themselves a lot of room. They will give other people a lot of room. They give other people a lot of room, so they maybe other people give them a lot of room, and maybe they never grow out of being an amiable. Like it's not a bad thing, but it just is. The analytic will often go ahead and not grow because there's a reason. There's always a reason. There's always a reason. There's a reason for everything. And they buy into those reasons. And what's fascinating is they buy into those reasons. And if you don't buy into them, they get angry with you. The express is going to be more aggressive, more assertive. So, I mean, if it's fun, the driver seems to be the outlier a bit. And so you don't have to be, if you're an amiable, you don't have to be a driver. If you're a driver, you don't have to be an amiable. I'm a driver and I'm an analytic. And I spent analytic driver. I spent 2 years specifically in the amiable, a lot more than that. And then 3 years as an expressive. So rather than my personality controlling me, I seek to control my personality, my energy, rather than it controlling me. And so when you make a mistake, when you mess up, when you lack, this is one of the things I am highly promoting is self-awareness. I'm struggling with something. I'm struggling with discipline, consistency. I'm struggling with attentiveness to detail. I'm struggling with being compassionate or patient. The amiable typically does not struggle with being compassionate. They're too patient. So, you know, they're kind of, I don't know, whatever. And so go in here and use this. And if you go ahead and if there's not enough in here, there's over 500 natural laws. So this one right here is going to have a lot in it. This thing's going to maybe have the most. So go in here, take a few minutes to go through, watch it like self-discipline. So what's the purpose? I do this with my kids when they were young. Like, what's the purpose of discipline?
To learn.
Yeah, to learn, to grow, to change. And so I tell my kids, okay, you made a bad choice, there's a bad consequence. Bad choices, bad consequences, good choices, good consequences. This does not change for an adult. It doesn't change for adults. It's the same thing for you and me. It'll be that the rest of our lives. And so it's to change behavior. So some of the kids, I'd be like, okay, you made a poor choice. You hit your sister. You know, you're not supposed to hit your sister. You did. So you're going to have to invoke self-discipline. Now, some of the kids, they would say, I'm never going to eat again the rest of my life. And that's a little harsh, maybe not so harsh. Others would say, I'm not going to go ahead and play with my friends for 2 minutes. That's maybe not enough. So if your self-discipline does not change your behavior, here's a tip. it's not a high enough self-discipline. You're not disciplining yourself enough. Some of the kids would laugh at Rosanna, especially the boys, when she was disciplining, spanking them, giving a physical punishment for them, or disciplining in some other way. They would laugh when she was doing it. I'm like, do you know why they do that, honey? They don't laugh when dad does it. And so if you're not changing behavior, if you continue to come back and say, I'm sorry, but you don't change, if you're doing that, you're really not sorry. Not only did you do what you did, but you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to the people, because when you say you're sorry, you're going to change if you're really, truly sorry. So if the discipline is not high enough on yourself, you need to increase the discipline. If you don't do that, the marketplace, the world will discipline you. And trust me, no matter how harsh your parents were, or how strong disciplinary, no matter how, human beings will never go ahead and impact like reality. Reality life is life and death. It will literally take somebody's life if they don't discipline themselves. Hopefully this has been helpful for everyone. It's a good one for I Struggle. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.